Hi, I'm Cynthia Kahn, founder of Amused Now, and I'm here today with indie rock band Star Off Machine. Hi, guys.
Hey, Cynthia. Hello.
Hey.
So we have Eric on vocals,
Hello.
Robin on guitar,
That's me here.
okay, John on bass,
Right here,
and
hello.
Tut on drums. There you
Hola.
go. Well, congratulations for winning our Reverb Nation contest.
Oh, thanks.
Thank
Thank
you.
you very much.
We selected you because we love your unique sound. I listened to all your songs on Reverb Nation, and I agree with your fans. Inside Out is my fave.
Thank you very
Wonderful.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We had fun writing that one.
For those who may not know a lot about your music, how would you describe it?
I guess melodic rock is the best. I mean, it's definitely got its roots in rock and roll with a little tinge of metal in it, and definitely got some, some hooks, some vocals. Yeah, it's rock and roll.
Yeah. It is definitely
Nothing
some.
wrong with that.
Mhm.
So tell us your backstory. How did the four of you meet?
You wanna...
Well, the four of us, well, gosh, long story. I'm going to try to put it in a concise version for you. Robin and Eric and I have known each other for quite some time. Actually grew up in the Midwest, and Robin and I had landed out here in a different band. Eric was out here as an actor, and we had run into some problems with our existing singer at the time. And so we had always been in contact, and we'd actually just put in a call to Eric and said, hey, let's get together and jam and just see what happens. And that's really where Star Off Machine had formed to begin with. And since we met, we wrote the album Burn This, and then pretty much from everything from there has been history. John, he was just on the side of the 405, looked homeless. We want to help him out a little bit.
No, I'm new. I'm new to the band.
Yeah, John's the new guy in the band.
Yeah.
So where are you from?
On Craigslist, and I was the first guy to answer your post.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was a pretty easy fit for me.
Yeah, we posted on Craigslist we were looking for a bass player, and within about 4 hours, John had replied to us. He was the very first person to reply, and then the long list dropped in after that. And John was the first one to come in. He knew everything, and it was just a perfect fit. It was meant to be. But I think she was asking where you're from.
Oh, where am I from? Southern California. I was born and raised in Orange County. So this is my home.
That's right. So yeah, so John is born and raised out here, whereas the three of us are from the Midwest originally.
And you're in Southern California. When you said the 405, that's why I said so you're from Southern California.
Yeah, it's a freeway. Yeah.
So why don't we start and go around and everybody tell me a little bit about your musical background and training.
Perfect. I'll start with that. So I started when I was young. I think what happened was my dad had been in bands his whole life, and he didn't necessarily want me to be a guitar player. That's what he was, but he did want to see if I had any interest in music. So he came home from work one day and brought in a harmonica for me, which I picked up and started playing immediately, and I got really good at it really fast. He started putting me in contests, and I was winning competitions, but I never really liked the harmonica, although I was doing great at it and I played good. So I ditched the bow tie and picked up a guitar after all. And I started playing guitar when I was about 14, started taking lessons right away, mostly from my family, and then some other experts out there. And then from that point forward, I started just kind of sculpting my own sound with influences from like Slash, who was definitely a huge one, and a lot of other various musicians. I just started kind of going and following what they did and the parts about them that I loved.
All right, and then gosh, I probably started playing guitar when I was maybe 10 years old or 11 or 12 years old. Thanks a lot to my father because he was a musician as well, so we kind of have a parallel story, Robin and I. But I was raised in like music stores and pawn shops and stuff. Like just I would tag along with my dad to work, and he would show me how to set up drums or guitars or basses and how to sell them and fix them and work on them. So it was like
Sounds like
instantly.
you'd be a good roadie.
Yeah, instantly I was like going into sales and tech and working on guitars and repair and stuff. But I seriously really started getting into it when I was about 14. Started playing bass and guitar. I was listening to a lot of the Beatles, Metallica, Pantera, some heavier stuff, Slayer, Sepultura. And then, gosh, after that, it was I started joining bands playing bass, which was always part of what I was doing. Played a bunch of shows up till about my 20s and stuff, and then I started taking it seriously for myself, trying to develop my own creativity with it. So I started writing songs, kind of like in a home studio setting, and then gosh, it's just stuck around since then. I started playing live again, my late 20s, and then I came back out to California and found these guys. So it's just been ever since I was like a preteen. I've been into guitar playing and bass playing. So it's pretty much what I do.
There you go. And one thing else I'll note too is my name Robin, in case anyone out there is wondering, I was actually named after Robin Trower, because that's what my dad was listening to and what he was jamming on when I was born. So I think he intended for me to be a guitar player after all. Anyway,
Subliminally.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. My story was not quite like Robin's or John's, but pretty basic, I guess. My older brother was a drummer in school, elementary school, and I was about 4.5 years behind him. So of course, being the little snotty little brother, I just wanted to do what he wanted to do. So I'd always play on his stuff when he was gone, and went to try out for school band, and they tagged me as a trombone player. So I'm not sure what happened from there, but I think my dad went and talked to somebody and ended up playing drums magically one day. And ever since then, I've been in school band, drum corps, jazz band, pep band, all that kind of stuff through school, and played in bands throughout junior high and high school. And from there, had a chance to link up with some pretty established guys and went out on the road playing for real. So that's really all of my story is. I just kind of followed the lead and followed it. So but I'm not playing trombone though, I can say that.
Pat.
Better get that.
Oh, wow.
Hey, no, we got a phone call. Can't hold
It's
the
okay.
press.
All right. That's been taken. That's good now.
No, I started I sort of like these guys. My mother was a singer, so she had me singing really, really young. And my uncle was a really big rock guy, and he played in rock bands, and he was my superhero. So I decided I wanted to play everything that he did. So when I was like in first grade, I was listening to Black Sabbath and all these really weird like classic rock bands that most kids weren't listening to. And I just wanted to sound like Ozzy Osbourne. And then I started my first band at like 11, and it sucked, but I just kept at it. And I don't know, I just kept singing. I ran into Jeff Buckley. I didn't run into him, but I found Jeff Buckley when I was in high school, and he changed my voice a lot. Yeah, that's about it. I've just played music all my life, and well, I've sung music. I'm not much of a musician, but I've been a singer for all my life, and I just dig it. I love it.
Awesome. So your videos are amazing. Do you produce them yourself?
That's actually a very good question. We try to produce them ourselves anymore. However, we do get a lot of great help from some great people out there. Music video Side of Me was actually directed and produced by David Hendrick of Pandemonium Productions. He did a great job with it, helped us out putting that together. It was a pretty full production. And that was the first music video we shot. It gave us some really great insight on how to shoot music videos, what to expect, and really how to do it. And then by myself, I'm fascinated with cinematography. So I did get some camera equipment and wanted to kind of dabble in production myself, so I did set up some cameras in some different areas to be able to produce our own music videos. So Ninth Floor was done actually live with a bunch of cell phone cameras and GoPros up everywhere, and then we actually reached out to the audience members and whoever was videotaping us. We'd get their footage and we'd kind of splice it all together and threw that together. That was my first attempt. And then we actually did quite a few more, and we actually got some help from a different production company called Visionary Motion Pictures out of the Midwest. A man named Darren Smith helped us out with some other music videos, which we'll be releasing here pretty soon, along with the new release that's upcoming. So we're going to see a lot more music videos coming up.
Awesome. Well, that's great. So how do you take advantage of the internet and social media to promote your music and connect with fans?
Actually, I've been doing a lot of promoting on Facebook, and I've found that like there's groups out there. There's hundreds of groups, and you have to find like the relevant groups that would apply to what kind of style, or maybe a specific like guitarists or bassists or singers or drummers. Rock style music, and you want to like share your music with them. It's really easy. You just, if we have a show coming up, you want to promote that, you know, post maybe some kind of a music video or a song, or spotlight, you know, somebody in the band, and it's just, it kind of flows freely from there. You just get people interested that already like that style of music that you're into. Mm-hmm. So I post to maybe 75 or 100 groups every few days, sharing songs or videos or our website, the store that we have. I mean, just get out there and share everything that you have. Really, it's really easy.
Yeah, you know, we've really embraced social networking. That's just where everything is. That's where everybody is. It's free. It's very powerful. We have a lot of people, not only here in the States but overseas, that do a lot of promoting for us, and they're constantly pushing us and helping us out. And we get a lot of support from a lot of great fans out there that really do their best to help us out, and they're always, you know, retweeting and
cross promoting,
and it really does make a huge difference too, especially when you're promoting for new concerts that are coming up and pushing them out there. You can definitely see a huge increase of a fan base immediately when you start promoting things in that way. So we've embraced it.
Mm-hmm.
So you said Facebook groups. Are you talking about Google groups or
there's
Facebook?
There's actual groups inside of Facebook, and people that sign up and create their own groups that you can join in and be a part of. And we've got a lot of power in that, being able to sign up in those groups.
It spans all genres or styles. You can have movie groups, book groups, music, anything, artistry. I mean, everything's there. You can find anything that you would like to, you know, promote across Facebook groups. It's pretty cool.
Since Amused Now is about artists helping artists, what advice do you have for other bands who are trying to make a name for themselves?
Well, you know, along with the social networking that we were talking about, that's probably the biggest thing you can do. You know, what record companies are looking for now, if anyone even dares go that route. Most everything is DIY, which means you got to get out there. It is boots to the ground. You need to be out there promoting everything all the time, always be working, interacting with every fan that reaches out to you, asking them to share and spread the love and the music, and making sure that you are building as big of a presence for yourself as you can. And don't be afraid to go and produce your own music videos. People love it. People love any type of video interaction you can get. Just being out there and being relevant at all times, and trying to stay, you know, not only with Google, but also with Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and absolutely everything. You try
to YouTube's a huge one.
YouTube's absolutely huge, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And just really just cross-platform as much as you can.
Well, guys, I had a fabulous time getting to know you tonight.
Well, thank you.
Likewise.
Likewise.
Well, I hope that when Amused Now launches its e-commerce site, you'll consider adding us to your music distribution network.
Absolutely.
And I wish you all good things.
Well, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. Thanks for having us on, and we really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Hi, I'm Cynthia Kahn, founder of Amused Now. This featured artist presentation has been brought to you by Amused Now Entertainment, a website that enables artists to profit from their creativity. To learn more about Amused Now, visit us at www.amusednow.com or email me at ccon@amusednow.com.